Hello guys, I'm Siri. Welcome to iOS Beta News channel. Today we'll talk about recent leaks about iPhone 12, iPhone SE3, and iPhone SE Plus. Everyone remembers how recently Apple showed us the second generation iPhone SE, but a little time has passed, and reputable insiders who know how to predict tell us that the next generation of the most affordable smartphone from Apple will be released soon. This will be the iPhone SE3. In addition to this device, it says that iPhone SE Plus will be waiting for us. Insiders claim that the iPhone SE3 will be released in 2021. It is also said that the smartphone will lose one unique feature of this legendary model. There was also information about what new features will appear in the future iPhone 12. We received this information thanks to the beta version of iOS 14. iPhone SE2 Plus and iPhone SE3. So, let's start the interesting news that talks about iPhone SE Plus and iPhone SE3. Many insiders predicted that along with the second generation iPhone SE, they will show us the iPhone SE Plus, just like the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus did. Unfortunately, this has not happened. But Apple has not abandoned larger versions of the iPhone 2020. According to some sources, Apple will release an enlarged version of the iPhone SE2 this year, and next year will release iPhone SE3. A very special detail is that the iPhone SE3 will not receive the most current processor at the time of its release. And this is very strange. After all, before that, the first iPhone SE that came out in 2016 was with the current processor, and even the iPhone SE2 was also with the current A13 Bionic processor. iPhone SE3. The A13 Bionic processor will also receive. If you look at this situation on the one hand, then the processor and 13 Bionic power reserve will last for a long time. On the other hand, to put the processor of the previous generation is unusual. This fact indicates that Apple wants to provide users with a large selection of smartphones. I think when there is a large selection of smartphones, it is good for the user. iPhone 12, lack of charger and headphones. Dear insider, analyst, Ming-Chi Kuo. His interview says that in the new iPhone 12, the kit will no longer have headphones with a wire and a unit for a charger. We talked about this in a previous news release. If this happens, then we as users will have two options. Option number 1, use old blocks to charge your iPhone. Option number 2, buy a new 18-watt power supply. Now on the official Apple website, such a power supply costs about $40. According to some sources, the headphones in the box in the iPhone 12 kit will also be removed. This step should encourage users to buy AirPods and AirPods Pro. The name of the iPhone 12 is confirmed. According to some sites that specialize in selling accessories for Apple products. In the product range, accessories for unannounced products at Apple appeared. And judging by the list that this site has provided, the iPhone 12 will have 4 models: iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Max, iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro Max. Based on the above information, the sizes of new smartphones will be as follows: 5.4-inch iPhone 12, 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Max, 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Pro, 6.7-inch iPhone 12 Pro Max. The cheapest iPhone 12, 5.4 inches, will have a liquid crystal display. But according to some sources, in the lists of iPhone 12 there may be 6 models. 2 additional models will only support 4G. The price of these smartphones will start from $549 to $1,399. We talked about this in detail in the previous news releases. Also models: iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro Max receive a display with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. We think that a display with a refresh rate of 120 Hz will be very good. iPhone 12 will shoot 4K video. According to some sources, information was found in the source code of iOS 14 Beta 1 that says that Apple's future smartphone will be able to shoot in 4K. and 120 frames per second, and even 240 frames per second. The ability to shoot 120 frames per second is expected to be available in normal shooting mode. Also, the ability to shoot 240 frames per second will presumably be available in slow-motion shooting mode. At the moment, it is not known whether the iPhone 12 will be able to shoot in 8K mode. Of course, if the iPhone 12 shooting mode appears 8K, then it will be very useful for those who keep a video blog and shoot video for personal needs. Now we can assume that if the iPhone 12 gets the ability to shoot 8K video in this mode, the frame rate will be 24 frames per second, or 30 frames per second. Opportunity and large photos. In the picture you see a comparison of the scale in iOS 13 and iOS 14. Most likely, this information indicates an increase in the main sensor of the smartphone. This means if there is a higher resolution, then there will be more detail on the frames and a larger photo size. And this means that it will be possible to increase more and more. It seems that Apple is preparing many new gadgets in the fall of 2020 for its fans, and it makes us very happy. Despite the whole situation that is happening in the world, Apple is very active. And for this we want to say thank you to them. It was a news release dedicated to iPhone SE Plus, iPhone SE3, iPhone 12, and the new features of the future smartphone. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and click the bell. Siri was with you.